welcome to Art Journal Prompts. It's been 11 days since I had my brain surgery, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm just a little bit slow, and I get tired very, very easily. Like, it's hilarious. I'll get up, get dressed, put my makeup on, lay down, sleep for 2 hours. It's the strangest thing. Like, I just crash like it's nighttime. But I heard that in order for the brain to heal, it has to go to sleep, so it'll just put you to sleep. So I'm just awakened from my second nap of the day, and I thought I'd do some art journaling. So right now my other camera, remember, it broke last time, so I'm going to try to do this as best I can with my iPad. You know, usually I talk and I work, but this is just about our expectations of people and, expecting people to do what we would do. Specifically, it's just because I just had surgery, so it's brought to the forefront to me just recently. And I can remember this happening several times, but most specifically when my aunt passed away. And we had to travel to New York City for a funeral. And my mom was saying, gee, I thought this person, one of our cousins, would have done this and would have done that and would have done this. And, I expected, that they would really rally and be there for the cause, kind of like because my aunt had died. And I said something to my mother, and we've been saying this for years whenever this type of thing happens. I say, you know what? Just because the person is a-hole or a biatch, I'm just using, more appropriate language, we know they are in real life. What makes you expect that they are going to miraculously sprout angel wings like on a television show and turn out to be the good hero of the day? It just does. Life just doesn't happen that way. And I suppose the reason why it it's brought so to the forefront when you're the vulnerable one is just that you are so vulnerable and you're just wanting, I guess you're wanting and needing love and affection from, I don't know, it doesn't even really make sense when you're more lucid, I guess. So that's what was happening to me this week. And I don't even know I can't even explain it, but part of it was every night this week, I had a blubber cry attack. Every night since I got home. So that would have been, I haven't had it for the last 2 nights. So I would say every night for a week, I was crying, blubbering about whatever. It didn't matter what it was. Like, well, why didn't the mailman come in and give me a foot massage? You know what I mean? It didn't matter what it was. And when I was a little less dopey, I started thinking about this particular topic, and I thought it would make a great journal prompt, especially for people who might live in pain, whether it be physical or emotional, every day, and have expectations of people. But people are always going to show their true colors no matter what. No matter what, they're always going to be who they are. So I am just going to do an art journal page all about that. And some of the things I'm going to use a few metal pieces, and these are majestic memories I've had hanging around forever. Can you see them? And the circular ones. And I'm going to use some chipboard letters and a lot of modeling paste and stenciling. So I just wanted to play around with that. So I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, and I'll be back. Repeat on this piece of paper what I did over here. So you can see I have the stencils, honeycomb, and I took my palette knife. I'll try and do it with one hand. And you just goop it over top like so. And then you just lift up the stencil. So I've added the Majestic Memories chipboard pieces. I put two corner thingies on, and you can see the dry, it's almost dry, the stencil marks, and then the circle with which, excuse me, I'm going to put a quote in there. And I'm going to first, though, cover this whole thing in white gesso so it just looks like a white on white page. So everything has dried on these original backdrops, and I noticed there's a little bit of gaps here, so I might put some gesso there and then on the edge of this page because it wasn't a perfect measurement. And so now I'm going to take these, I think they are, who are these by? Basic Gray letters, and I want them to be in color, and I'm just going to put True Colors. Because in this instance, we're not talking about, the true colors shine on me. I want to see your true colors. But I do want to see someone's true colors. And I don't want to expect any more. That is my mistake if I expect more from that person than they are. If those are their true colors, that's who they are. So it's my error if I think, you know what I mean? If I'm expecting this ordinary person to become prophetic, angelic, just be their person, it's just not going to happen. So it's my error in assuming that that would happen, if that makes any kind of sense. So anyway, I'm going to just pop out True Colors and put it on the page. I've got my True Colors on there, and I put a question mark. Oops, I forgot the dot. I think I just threw it away. Got Red Oxide Pan Pastel. And I think I'm just going to kind of rub through so you can see the definition of these things all around and see how that looks. So I colored in these dots and they're kind of meh. They're okay. But then I saw some images up here, so I thought I'm going to go ahead and create something with these circles. I also have a quote for them, but I have other things too. So I'm going to make a face here, maybe a flower here, and maybe the sunshine here. We shall see. As you can see, I made this first circle kind of me-ish, or a person, and then this one into a flower, and then I punched a hole of paper to make that a center, and then I drew a stem, and then I just cut out some papers, but for me, it's not cohesive, so I'm doing a backwards collage, like I should have collaged it at first, but I'm going to try and do it backwards just by adding things around with different scrap papers and stuff just to tie it all together. I'll use washi tape and scrap papers. This is my finished wacky page that I thought was going to be all monochromatic. Pretty funny. But anyway, the quote is a Maya Angelou quote. And she says, believe who they are the first time. So it goes with everything. If you've met somebody and you think, oh, they're going to change, particularly with a boyfriend or a spouse or a girlfriend, oh, well, she's kind of grumpy, but she'll change. And then she never changes. Don't get mad at her. Believe who they are the first time. In my instance, with my brain surgery, if I was expecting something from someone who has never been that kind of person before, well, that's my fault. they've never been that way. Why would they be just because something has happened to me? That doesn't even make any logical sense. So believe people who they are the first time when they show you their true colors, and then it saves you from being hurt, disappointed, and all of those things. Well, I can't believe she didn't do this, or I can't believe that. Because if you go back when you first met that person, that's who they are. That's who you said was your friend or your whatever. But then if their true colors show through, that it's something that maybe it's time to make a change, or maybe that friendship is dissolved, or I think it's more, in my case, it's more of a awakening and wake up, and that's who they are. That's all they are. So lower your expectations, and then you don't get disappointed, right? And these little tiny banners say first, love, and trust right up in there. So a whole bunch going on this page. I put a little flower in my hair. I added washi tape, a butterfly. It's like dimensional. I cut it out twice and then used foam tape, more washi tape, the date. What else did I do? Oh, and then I sprayed it with a very light lilac and a rose because I just couldn't stand all the white. I started off with all this white, and then it was bugging me. But I got the message that I wanted to get across in my journal. So I hope you guys liked it. It's my first attempt back after surgery, and I think I'm a little more kookier than I was before brain surgery. But anyway, hope you guys like it, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.